One of the hardest concepts to understand as a Christian, especially a newborn Christian, is the idea of God being in full control. And also, how does our decision still matter if God is in full control? Or if we use biblical terms, God's sovereignty versus free will. And I think that's something we need to understand. It could be complicated, right? And along the ways, I've learned some good analogies and some good stories that kind of like help make sense to that concept that I'm going to share with you. And so if that is you, if you are struggling with that question, so here's something that can help you out. So here we go. So think of it this way. A lot of times for us, if we are going somewhere where we do not know the direction, you want to get to a certain destination, you're driving, you don't know how to get there. What do? You set your direction and your GPS, whether it's Google Map or Apple Map or Waze, doesn't matter which app you use, it's the same process. You put in your direction, it gives you how to get there. And when you do so, you can see how to get to where you're going. It set the course for you. And the good thing about it is that you can see turn by turns on how to get there. But somewhere along the way, what do we sometimes do? I know I'm guilty of that. We'll look at the directions and we'll say, I don't want to take this route. I'm going to make a turn here. I feel like if I make this turn in this direction, it is quicker. Or I don't want to take the highway. I'm going to take the inside road. And you go off your direction or the GPS directions. What happens when you do that? You get a little message from your GPS, something like this: reroute, stay the course, reroute. What it will do is that as you exercise your free will, it will reroute you back on track to how to get to your destination. Regardless of how many times you exercise free will, which is against what the directions are, it will adjust and get you back on track to where you need to be. That's where you exercise your free will. Now, let's put that in the context of spiritual, right? Of the spirit. God's sovereignty is that God already knows where you're going to go. God already knows the destination. God has a plan to get you to where he needs you to be. But along the way, we can choose to listen to God or we can exercise our free will. Our free will is that we can choose to do what we want, but just like a GPS, God is faithful to do exactly the same thing. Reroute, and God will get us back on track to where we need to be. So regardless of how many times we go off track in the faith, God is faithful to reroute us back to where we need to be. So it's almost like a GPS. Now, something else that happens when you are setting your course in your GPS is that you can see the turn by turn before you even leave your house or wherever you are. You can see the turn by turn and make an informed decision. Do I want to take this route or do I want to go against the GPS? Unlike the faith, God doesn't reveal to us the step by step up front. All God tells us is that I have a plan for you and this is a destination I want you to go in. But God doesn't reveal everything to us. So this is where faith comes into the process, because it takes faith to obey God. It takes faith to trust God. So faith comes in the fact that we don't know how we're going to get there. We just know the destination. God doesn't reveal every turn to us. God reveals it step by step. So for us to get the step-by-step directions from God, we have to build a relationship with God. We have to be close enough to God to listen, to hear the following directions and the steps to how to get there. And that's where faith comes in, and trusting and believe that God's going to reveal those steps to us. And when God does, then we are going to be faithful in following the steps that God will reveal to us. But of course, if we choose not to follow those steps, we exercise free will. God is faithful to redeem the time and reroute us back to where he needs us to be. So ultimately, that's how everything works out. And that's why God says God works all things for our good, because God sees the ending. God knows where he wants to take us. And God's revealed those steps to us along the way at the right time. At the right time, God will reveal to you that I want you to go on a missions trip somewhere. Or God wants you to do a certain job, whatever it is. Those are the different steps God will reveal to you along the way, but we don't get to see the full picture up front. That takes faith. So I hope this helps you out in understanding how God's sovereignty and free will works together. But it's great to know that along the way, as we exercise our free will, sometimes we don't always get it right. But God is faithful to reroute us and to get us back on track to where we need to be to reach the ultimate goal that He has for us, which is to be with Him in heaven, is that to prosper us, to protect us, to provide for us. That's God's ultimate plan for all of us. But everyone's journey is different, and God is faithful to get us there. So hopefully this helps you out in understanding this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And as usual, like, comment, and share, and I'll catch you next time.